So it's under a building sky, and there's some weather coming in here, maybe 20, possibly 25 knots from the northeast. We depart Gascon, which would turn out to be a lovely stop, and we really enjoyed the fishing harbor and the town a lot. But we've got to get on our way, and this looks like the weather we've been given to do it in. Just got the main up. We're going to put up the staysail and then 30 miles down to L'Anse A Beaufils. Just making our way past Pointe de Macquarie, Mackerel Point. It's just we've only made a few miles, maybe 5 miles up from Gascon. Got nailed by some big fish. With the wind about 15 knots on the bow, the sky dark with clouds, we beat towards L'Anse A Beaufils, taking into account that we could stop at Grande Riviere if the wind didn't fair. Grande Riviere is reported to be by the CHS sailing directions a good, although mainly commercial fishing harbor, so we weren't quite sure what to expect. It turned out to be fine. The entrance is easy to find, and the harbor well surrounded by a large stone breakwater. We tied up to a vacant dock amidst some somewhat gruff and surprised-looking fishermen. Adjacent to the harbor is the CANAP aquaculture center and its underwater theme park. We were taken on a guided tour of the facility's aquarium and treated to some local seafood delicacies prepared by a chef in training. Well, we've just tacked 30 miles down from Gascon to, this is Grande Riviere. It's a fishing harbor, not a pleasure boat harbor. Big fish plant here. And it took us about 8.5 hours and anywhere from 10 to 20 knots of wind. So we are plenty tired. Jane's just putting the sail cover on. I don't know how she's found the energy. Cleaning up lines, doing everything here. But we're very happy to be here, and I've never seen quite so many birdies in one place. It's Friday today. We're just taking some time to get started here, leaving Grande Riviere after our 30-mile tacking duel from Gascon yesterday. And this is interesting. This is actually a yard or a little factory fish processing plant, and they're making the sun-dried Gaspesian cod here, and the cod just lays out on all these racks. That's why all the birdies are here, and they put these cedar sort of roofs over them and leave it to dry. It's also salted, I think, and it's actually quite famous, the Gaspé cod. It's one of the few places that's still doing this traditional method. This is the information center for aquaculture in Quebec. Ah. And we're having a guided tour.
Oh, neat.
In just a few minutes.
Oh, great.
Come with me. Past the mules. Are those scallops? Yeah. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Guy.
Guy. Okay.
And if you put a Quebec perspective on this diagram, 50% that are fully exploited would be all crustaceans. Lobsters, crabs, shrimp would almost fall into the 25% underexploited.
Right.
Shrimps are so abundant.
I guess that's because there's no cod and salmon
left. There's no
left.
cod left. Well, there's no cod left. There's fewer. Cod would have,
yes.
According to one book, cod would have been the biggest living biomass massacre of all time. B60 would be his name. B60 was the biggest male breeder of the largest broodstock pool in North America.
Holy.
And we have the biggest. He was really Starbuck. Spider crab.
Right, the long, skinny.
Totally harmless. The common starfish, 5 legs. Aquaculture's #1 enemy. We've been working experimentally now 10 years on the farming of the two species of wolfish, and we control everything now. We control although these two kind of look a little bit like Mountain Dew a bit. We give them added CO2, insert essential salts and minerals.
In grocery, in the... C'est quoi des cannes de conserve? Cans. Okay, in cans.
And it's fresh cod has just come in, and everybody's coming in to pick up their fresh cod. I guess it's a real delicacy and a local favorite here. So we just to the museum. Money?
Et comment on fait la cuisine?
De la même façon que le filet. Farine, au poêlon.
There's Fantasia nestled amongst the fishing boats and the birdies. Well, we've just had a rollicking good sail around Cap d'Espoir, approaching L'Anse A Beaufils, and around 20 knots. We went out around Haute-Fond-Leander, which there is a pass between it. It's a shallow bank, out about a mile, but or 2 miles. I don't think we actually had to go out there. The sailing directions say small craft may pass between the cap and the bank, but we did it the careful way. And this will be about the last leg of our big adventure for 2008. We just have one more leg to go back into Gaspé. I see a turnstone, yes. Oh, they're so
There's
cute,
one on
eh?
the beach, and then there's a couple right in the kelp there.
Yes.
And there's like a couple of the little plovers.